If you want to grow a Facebook group in 2026, to get more clients, you need these 5 post types. And as a Facebook marketing specialist who has grown 2 groups to 30,000 members, I'm gonna break down each one so you can start using them today. All right, so the first post type is the personal invite. So when I started my groups, I didn't create it and just wait. I filled it myself. I posted on my personal page and I was telling people what it was and why I started it. And then I went through my friends list and I found people who would actually care. Invited them one by one, and I didn't mass invite. Don't do that. It's a huge red flag. I sent personal invites to people who it actually made sense to. Now, and I know what you're thinking because I thought it too. No one's gonna wanna join this. You're just wasting your time, right? And that voice in your head is telling you that you're gonna look stupid and get rejected. I felt that way, but I invited people anyway. And within a few weeks, I had 50 to 100 people. And it's not a lot, right? It's not groundbreaking, but it was enough to feel like a real community instead of an empty room. And here's what most people miss. Those first 50 people are more important than those next 5,000, because if you launch in an empty room, nobody engages. And if nobody engages, nobody stays, right? Your group dies before it starts. So think about who your future clients are. Who do you already know that would be a good fit? Post on your page, invite 20 or 50 of them personally, and you control who gets in anyway, right? And yes, it feels uncomfortable, but you have to do it anyway. I helped a real estate agent build a group about homes with big garages. It took him 4 years to grow it, but now almost 100% of his business comes from that one group. And my first client from my groups came from getting tagged in a recommendation post, which I'll share more about later in this video. But those first 50 people won't grow your group for you, not unless you give them something worth sharing. Post type number 2 is the shareable post. This is the post that members put on their own page, and then their friends and their followers see it, and some of them end up joining. What I did was I made videos walking around my town. I'm talking new construction that was going up, a bridge that was closing, new restaurants coming up, just raw updates, right? Like no fancy camera, no editing, just my phone on a gimbal. And here's why they shared it. Because it wasn't about me. It was about them. And when someone shares content about their community, they're saying, this is who I am. This is my place. That's the key here. Create something that represents your members, something that they're proud to share. Now, here's the hard part. This takes time. Early on, nobody's sharing anything. Your posts just sit there and it feels lonely, like you're talking to nobody. And I need you to remember this. Why you're doing this in the first place. You're building an asset. It does not happen overnight, but eventually it pops off and people start sharing and new members find you and it feels like it's finally working. You just have to get through the part where it doesn't. What would your members actually put on their personal Facebook page? If you're a fitness trainer, maybe it's transformation wins. And if you're a contractor, maybe it's a before and after project. And if you're a coach, maybe it's insights that make them look smart. Create it, post it, keep posting it, even when nobody shares at first. If this is clicking for you, hit that subscribe button. I post videos every single week on using Facebook to grow your business. But some people won't join for the content. They need something that's in it for them. Post type number 3 is the selfish value post. And this one brings in a different kind of member. In my group, I let business owners promote their business on the 1st and the 15th of every month. They joined specifically because of that, right? It's the selfish post. They had a selfish reason to be there, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. Here's the principle. Give people something they get from being in your group. Maybe it's exposure, maybe it's networking, maybe it's exclusive resources or feedback they can't get anywhere else. Now, here's where you have to be smart about it. Be careful who you let in. Do not, and I repeat this, do not let in your competitors to your group. That's just inviting problems. And take it from someone who did that and had to delete a bunch of freaking people. And don't let it become spam fest either, like every other Facebook group out there. I approve every post before it goes live. 7 years later, I still approve every single post. So if someone tries to promote on the wrong day, I just don't approve it, right? Simple. That keeps it valuable. The difference between a group people love and a group people mute is how you control it. Be strict, set the rules, and enforce them. And when you give people a selfish reason to join and keep the quality high, they show up again and again. They stick around and they tell other people. But none of that matters if they join and forget about you. Post type number 4 is the consistent value post. This is one of the most important ones. And I posted something valuable every single day for a couple of years. Not about me, about what my members actually cared about. And here's what nobody wants to hear. It took me 7 years to get to 70,000 members, right? A full year before people really started inviting others on their own. There were times where I was like, this sucks. I just want to quit. I don't want to do this. And early on, it feels like it's not working. And you're just posting every day and nothing's happening, no engagement, no growth. You're just talking into the void. But I was committed and I decided that this was going to work, and I kept showing up no matter what. And here's what most people just don't understand. Every time you show up with value, you build trust. Trust is what turns members into clients. They won't hire you from one post. They'll hire you after watching you show up again and again. The business owners who quit after months, they are starting over somewhere else right now, doing something else, right? Meanwhile, you could be a year into building something that brings clients for the next decade. Post what matters to your members every day if you can, a few times a week. If that's too much, just don't stop doing it. But here is where your members start doing the work for you. Post type number 5 is the tag post. When someone in your group asks a question or shares a win, people will tag other people. And a lot of those people are not in the group yet. And let me tell you how I got my first client from my group. Somebody posted asking for a recommendation and I got tagged a bunch of times in the comments. I then saw it, sent the person a DM, started a conversation, and then I was able to convert them into a client. So a free group turned into thousands of dollars in commission, right? And I didn't post an ad, I didn't pitch anyone. I just got tagged because I was always showing up and people knew what I did. That's what happens when you build the group the right way. And here's how this works for you. Create posts that naturally lead to tagging other people who aren't in the group. Ask members to share wins and tag who helped them. And ask what tools they recommend. Ask who they're collaborating with. Every tag is a new person that is seeing your group, and then it gets pushed out to more people. You don't just create the content yourself. Like, your members start doing it eventually. You just start the conversations. Post something like, share a win from this week, and tag someone who helped make it happen, or who is a business owner that you respect. Tag them. When members tag other people, those people check out the group, and some of them join, and now you have new members recruiting for you. Look, when I built my groups, I had no one helping me. I had no coach, I had no guide. I just figured it out as I went along, and that's not what I want you to do. You do not have to do it that way if you don't want to. If you want help building this the right way, that's what I do. Just click that link in the description and schedule a call with me. But getting members is only half of it. Once they're in, you have to turn them into clients, and that's the next video. So subscribe so you don't miss it.